Hey guys, welcome back to T-Bones Tech. In today's video, we're going to talk about if the Canon Rebel T7i is still relevant in 2019. Well, first off, it's actually going to be very similar to a lot of the newer cameras. Of course, this camera has a 24 megapixel APS-C size sensor. This is going to be the same sensor found in a lot of the other Canon cameras that are going to be competing with this camera. The Canon SL2, the Canon SL3, and the Canon 80D. Where the Canon T7i really sets itself above the SL line is going to be its autofocusing system. It's going to have a 45-point autofocusing system, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for when taking pictures when looking down the viewfinder. It's going to be much more advanced than anything found in a Canon SL camera, which have a 9 autofocus point system. So you're going to get much better performance and much better in-focus shots with the Canon T7i that you're probably just not going to get with the Canon SL3. Now, right now, I actually do own the Canon SL3 and the Canon SL2, and I honestly prefer the Canon T7i above those cameras. Even though the Canon SL3 can shoot 4K, the 4K on that camera really isn't anything too crazy, and I honestly prefer the 1080p at 60 frames per second from this Canon T7i. Now, as far as pricing goes, the Canon SL2 is going to run you $550 with the 18-55mm lens, and the Canon SL3 is going to run you $650 with the 18-55mm lens, and the Canon T7i is going to run you $699, so only $50 more than the Canon SL3. The T7i was originally $900, which means the price tag has actually dropped $200 since it was first released, and that makes this camera much more competitive with these other cameras that are a little bit more affordable. But that's it for comparisons in this video. If you guys want to see more comparisons of this versus the SL2, SL3, or Canon 80D, I made full separate videos comparing these two in depth. You guys can check them out in the information card right there. The Canon T7i is still a relevant camera in 2019, and here's why. Canon is actually still putting this exact same sensor in a ton of other APS-C cameras that are new and are coming out. And again, like I said, the image quality is the exact same. I also love this 3-inch touchscreen. It's absolutely fantastic for when taking selfies or when filming yourself. It's a flip out touchscreen. You can also take shots from up high and you can actually still see your screen. It's very handy and very nice. I love the ability to shoot 1080p video at 60 frames a second on this camera. The video footage looks very, very good. Unfortunately, we don't have 4K, but 4K still isn't available on really too many APS-C Canon cameras, and the 4K that they do have really isn't that good. And the 4K on those cameras also don't have Canon's dual pixel AF. So again, you're most likely going to want to shoot 1080p on those cameras without any crop, and you're going to have the exact same image quality as this camera as far as video and as far as stills go. I also love how the Canon T7i has very good battery life. You can get about 500 to 600 shots on a single battery. It's going to be a lot better than the other competitors, and it's also going to feel very good in the hand, like a very substantial, just going to fit very good in the hand, kind of like a full frame camera, kind of in the between. It's not going to feel as good as a Canon 80D, but it still feels very solid and substantial, where, you know, some of these mirrorless cameras feel very lightweight and all the buttons are very small. This camera definitely doesn't have issues with that. It's also going to be great for sports. It can shoot 6 frames per second, which is going to give you a good chance of getting that perfect shot. And the max shutter speed is going to be 1/4000th of a second, which is going to be extremely fast, and you're not really going to be shooting anything that's going to be faster than that. The build quality on this camera is also going to be very good. All the parts that you feel are just going to feel very nice and premium, and I also shot this out in the rain and in the snow and have had no issues with it getting broken or anything like that. It's not officially weather sealed, but it is going to take a good beating, and you're not going to have to worry about it really going bad if you do shoot it in some light to heavy rain, in my opinion. Of course, your mileage may vary, so don't shoot this out in the rain. I'm not endorsing that by any means whatsoever. This camera can also take very good low light pictures. It has a max ISO of 21,200, which is absolutely crazy, but for the best results, I'd probably recommend shooting at something like ISO 12,800 for more usable shots, but it has very good low light shots, and you're not going to have any problems with it in low light at all. So 2 years later, I still do like the Canon T7i. It still stacks up very well to the competition, and it is a fun little camera to shoot, and it's still definitely very relevant, and I would recommend picking it up for a first camera. You're definitely not going to be disappointed. But of course, all the prices that I talked about in this video are subject to change, and I will leave a link in the description down below to Amazon, where you guys can check out the current and update price of all these cameras. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below, and of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified when I release new videos just like this one to my YouTube channel. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.